Welcome back. It's your boy NJ, aka TZP, aka Headliner, aka Heavy Duty, and we're back with another one. You get me? This one's
I
been
love it.
longer. Actually, it's been long awaited, fam. I'm trying to get this guy for a while. You get me?
I
I'm
hear it.
trying to get the rest of them as well, but the rest of them are moving along. So right now we've got a little solo thing. Now, boy, right here, fam, introduce yourself. Do you get me?
1,000. Nah, big up Naji, obviously. I love the intro. It already had me smiling. I haven't been there 5 seconds, but we're going to be smiling. Listen, Aaron Johar, the Medic Circle, if you don't know, get to know. We're trying to, that's what this whole episode is about, though, isn't it? We're trying to build an empire. We're trying to make the biggest impact possible. Obviously, Naji's got his own space. I've got mine. Naji was a massive, massive inspiration for me starting out on social media as it was. I'm not even playing with you, bro. I genuinely am not playing with you. But nah, thank you very much for having me on, bro. What are we doing today? Let them know.
So today, like you said, both of us we've got empires. So it's only right we
Nearly.
started from nothing. We're building. We got something.
You know,
Get me?
I don't know. You've got the merch. We've got the merch. I think we're doing something, isn't it? We're doing something.
The merch thing ain't steady yet, fam. I'm still in the progress of getting that. 2023 might be out, but this
Cool.
episode here, we're gonna
Hmm.
talk about our journey, the visions that we have, our goals, the mistakes we made because we ain't perfect. We might be
Definitely.
the best of the bunch. Get me? You got a
Yeah,
big,
100.
but we make mistakes. So you gonna start, or am I gonna start? Since you're the guest.
I'm saying the goat himself starts. You know, let's start heavy, my bro. Start heavy. I want to hear it from the jump as well. What I'm really interested in with this, obviously, telling the people aside, but I want to compare our journeys together as well. I think we've come from a similar background. So for those of you who don't know, me and Naji actually went to the same sixth form together. That's where we first met in physics, bro. In a physics classroom, bro. How bad that is.
Uh,
But no, we've come a long way. So now you let them know first, my boy.
Whew. Well, from the jump, get go.
Therefore,
I'd say, wow. I'll start from when, you know what? I'm gonna start from youth. I've always been a person that has wanted to make change, but I didn't have the like what's it called, the confidence to really make change. I was always shy. I wasn't confident. You get me? I was always by myself. But I knew from early like I didn't want to be like the rest of the people. Like, where we come from, there's a lot of stuff going on that
awesome.
you don't want to insert yourself in. So I knew from a long time that I didn't want to be like the rest of them. But I just didn't
No.
know what it was that I actually really wanted to do. Because when people used to ask me at school, what do you want to do? I never had a clear cut answer. People say, do you want to be a doctor? You want to be an
No,
engineer?
100%. Do you know what it is? I don't want to make it sit. I don't want to sit here and say, "Oh, I came from the ghetto. I came from struggle, bro." I had everything as a kid, bro. I had everything as a kid. I know what the ghetto looks like. Yeah, I'm not from there. My mom gave me everything. Like shit, cool. We've seen. Oh, we have to swear on this, by the way. My bad.
It's, come on, bro.
Richard, if it comes from expression, my apologies, but otherwise, no, we haven't come from the ghetto or anything. We're here from a place where we send hard work more than anything, or hard work, and like you said, we just want to make it out of the system, if that makes sense. That's the number one goal right now, no?
Yeah, that's 100%. I'm still living in Newham. Newham, you can see is dead as all, but as soon as I get money, I'm out of here, bro. I'm telling
One
you.
thousand percent.
But get me, I thank God that I have both parents. I know that I've seen them struggle, but you got to be grateful that they put money, you got clothes, you got get me a bed to sleep on. People don't have that.
Therefore, 1,000. And then that transition, I think that genuinely is the same for me. So if I go back to my youth, I think I never knew. Well, actually, I had this little phase. I know everyone has that phase as a kid. Everyone wants to be a YouTuber. Everyone wants to make it big. Everyone wants to be like his. Everyone wants to be like the Sidemen, bro. We had that. Everyone had that. If you live in London, you definitely had that. And I was no exception. I'm not special by any means, bro. We all thought the exact same thing. But that was an on and off thing. Again, confidence is one thing, but also at that age, you know so little. Like, what value are you really going to be putting out there? I remember it was me sitting on all day, sitting on a PS3, PS4, all day just gaming. That's all my life was.
That is,
And
for
The
so
most important thing I think I gathered from that was this is not what I want to do in my life. Number one, I don't want to pursue gaming full time, but stop playing that stuff a while back. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with it. It was just for me, it was too much of a distraction. I'm one of them guys, I'm either 100% there or I'm not there at all. I can't do the whole balancing act thing. It's not healthy for me, bro. I'll get way too distracted as it is. So I'm one of them guys. I'll be on my phone. TikTok gets deleted straight away as soon as I can't deal with it. I'm genuinely at that stage where I don't have enough in me to try and balance. Yes, sometime on this app, sometimes I delete it straight off. So that sort of mindset I think got instilled in me from a young age, and that just sort of carried on as I got older until we got to the creative space. Which again, now this is the next part. You're gonna start us off, bro. How'd you get started in the creative space then?
space. You know, it is. I knew this in terms of like what I'm doing right now, in terms of like the inspiring thing. I was on that from like a long time. I'll say from that end of um like year 10, year 11 was when I started thinking, this is what I wanted to do, but I don't know how to do it. And with TikTok, I just came on it by chance. I didn't even use it at all. And I didn't even use it to like watch videos. I don't know what it was about. Until like one of my friends said, I just installed it during lockdown. I was like, lockdown, I spent a lot of time on it, but I never actually used to make vids. And then the same brother told me, yeah, bro, you're funny, rise some vids. And I was hesitant at first because, like I don't know, I wasn't that type of person to create content. Like I tried it before, like you said, back in the day, we had our little YouTube time,
Yeah,
but
YouTuber days, the YouTuber days.
I even have a channel, but I can't even find it no more. Where I had like little FIFA 16 vids. No, but
You see what I mean? We live the same life. If you're from where we're from, we all live the same life. We're not that much different too.
yeah, but more time. I think it was like January 2021 where I started like making a few vids. It was. I'm telling you, uncut vids. It was just me being stupid, just putting it there. And I was like, let's see what happens in it. And then people it started getting traction from people in school started finding out that I was doing TikTok, and from there it was just going up and up and up.
I got you. No, that's it. Because wait, you already started TikTok then when we were in sixth form, right?
Sixth form as in January, sort of mid.
Because I was similar, but the thing is, when I told you I was the biggest TikTok hater for the longest time, for about a healthy year, 2 years when TikTok first got released, because it started getting traction nearly straight away, nearly instantly. Everyone was on the app from the jump, and I was a massive hater because I was the guy who was trying to prep for his exams. So like education was a massive thing. We're from Black and Asian backgrounds. We know what the family pressures like at home for education. That was the number one focus for the longest time, and I remember just hating it because it was a distraction. A lot of my boys were on it. And I was thinking, that's just childish. Why are we on this app? Why are loads of guys singing and dancing? It was terrible. There was a phase of TikTok where that's the only thing you would actually see on your page as well. Everyone was trying to be like the American people. This is what sort of introduces the whole idea of consumers versus creators. There was a bigger segregation of consumers and creators. There were a bunch of people out where just purely consumers, and there were like very few people at the top who just owned like 90% of the videos on the platform. Of course, that's probably not true, but in terms of what we were seeing on our feeds, based on our own algorithm, that's literally what it was. And there was just huge influence in that sense. So it got to a stage where fine, I hate the app. But then at the same time, it sprung to me, if there is so much influence in that app, and I saw people making full businesses on this app as well. I know dropshipping was a massive thing that they used to advertise on that app. Just the influence in general, the amount of people you can reach. If I use that for some good or to provide value out there, it's insane as a tool, don't you think?
Crazy. Now I'm thinking that if I jumped on earlier,
Yeah.
we would have been gone because back like when you were saying back in like lockdown times, nobody was really making vids because we all thought it was wet. Innit? So the people that were dancing and now they've got the Adidas sponsorships, they got this, they got that. They're chilling now, bro. Yeah.
I thought the dance and stuff's not gonna happen. There's no Adidas sponsorship that pays the price for my dignity, bro. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. But no, I don't care how you use it back. Like I said, my and your number one goal out there is providing value more than anything at all. Everything we've learned, all the mistakes we made, part of this podcast as well. Everything we've done that we thought, oh wait, we could have improved that in X way, or we could have done this X, Y, and Z differently. That's what we're here to do. The platform. So that's what I want this podcast to do. And if that comes through singing and dancing, probably there'll be a massive sort of also there'll be just a massive hindrance between me actually starting up and doing it. But now I know I can sit there in front of my camera and just tell the people what I've learned, tell the people about my experiences. For me, that happens to be a lot more to do with med, because med took up an insane amount of my life. The whole medical school thing. It still takes an insane amount of my life away, but no, at least I can provide value through it, if that makes sense. That's our number one goal, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And now thinking about my TikTok as well, because
Yeah.
to be honest, I with my TikTok, I try to, because you know what I do. My business is all about inspiring
Let
people.
them know, Najee. Tell them what you do. What the
Oh,
people they
the
don't know,
TZP
let them know.
project, you get me? It's long. I can't
It's
lie.
TZP season, bro.
Season, fam. I've been saying it for the longest, but when I started with the TikTok, but I didn't amalgamate it into my project until I saw that like how much people I could reach with that thing. But so far, I haven't really inserted it as something as a focus. But I know that when I start getting more traction, you get me. Once I got the influence, I can say,
Yeah.
this thing here, you man, support it, and plus it's something that helps the youth. You get me? I know the youth nowadays, they're mad. You get me? Like it comes to a point where now I'm thinking to like not delete TikTok, but just not use it as much because it's just something that's
No, definitely. In fact, if you want to do that, then you just be joining me. I use it now as much as I can. Of course, I'm still definitely a consumer to some extent. I don't think it's possible for someone to say, "Oh, I'm 100% a creator." No, I think I have zero consumption at all. It's not possible. First of all, we learn a lot as consumers. Number one, but that balance is so important. For me, I'm terrible at balancing. I'm absolutely dog trash. Like I'm horrible.
well, I'm
But
horrible
that's a that,
as well. But I think that the difference is, I mean, I know that in me that I can't balance, but I'm still like trying to balance stuff. But you know
yeah.
yourself that you cannot balance. So you deleting TikTok and focusing on your thing seems to be the thing for you. So I might
No,
try
definitely.
that.
I think that's something to mention to people as well, is that there's not going to be one way to deal with it. Mine is a very polar way. Like I said, I don't do the balancing act. I either take one extreme all the time. It's either I use it all the time or I don't use it at all. So I picked not to use it at all. And when I do go on TikTok, and this is a massive thing for me as well. Really early on, of course, we wanted to we'll go on TikTok, wanted to educate the people. And basically, my goal on TikTok, if you didn't know, is just to try and get as many people into medical school as possible. And that genuinely was the number one aim. Yeah, we have a company set up in which we provide loads of different resources for people. That's fine. But I'll tell you what, Najee, more than that, the most important thing for me, I think this was results day now. The first time we actually had some sort of accreditation. I was making videos in order to get into medical school before I was in medical school, if that makes sense. Only because I knew I'd already taken like the exams beforehand. So even if I do get into medical school, if I don't, I still have value to provide for those exams. That's another thing for me as well. There was a big part of imposter syndrome where I'm like, bro, I'm not a medical student. Why am I trying to make kids medical students if I'm not one myself? But that's a different story. It got to results day, and do you remember that TikTok that I posted for results day? That one did okay.
That blew up.
That one wasn't my best TikTok, but that one, it wasn't, I wasn't providing value. That one was literally just a reflection for myself. And when I tell you the comments were great, absolutely amazing. I read loads of them. I liked as many as I could find. I got DMs, yeah, from kids. This was also near about UCAT season. So UCAT was coming to an end. So with the UCAT, you get your results straight away. I remember just checking my DMs, and I saw kids who said, "Bro, thank you so much for your videos, for your tips." They pulled out scores higher than my own, Najee. They scored higher than me. Do you know how insane of a feeling that is? I don't earn a penny at all, bro. At all. I don't need to make any money from this at all. But when you see that, yeah, and you see, though, this is my advice, fine. That kid put in an insane amount of hard work. But if I've made even 1% of a difference and that kid has got a higher score than me, oh, that is all of the whatever you want to call it, social validation, return on investment, everything right there has been met. Every single thing, it's all been worth it. Because that kid is now gone, and now he has a significantly better chance of getting into medical school, higher than my own when I applied to medical school. Do you know how insane that is?
Of a video you made as well, because of the content that you made. That's what it is.
Oh, it gave me the honestly the biggest rage, and I'm so thankful for it. So when people send me those DMs, it's like, oh, I take my time to actually respond to them, number one, because again, the support time for me to provide value. I love it when people ask me questions as well. That's great. At times, I'll be so stressed out as well, like with a regular uni work, and I go back and someone just asked me a question like an admissions test, like, bro, those were simpler days, man. Let me help this kid out. Those were way simpler days than today. Um, Otherwise, no, man, that feeling is great. I'm sure you can relate, but when people are just entertained, when people notice you, like, oh yeah, that's the guy from TikTok, bro. You definitely get that. I know you do.
Bro, I'm telling you, I'd say because I remember year 13, early year 13 is when I started making vids that were actually getting traction. Before then, it was just like small vids that got like, what, 200, 300 followers. And then
Mhm.
I started making vids about the school, and then they were 50K, 60K. I was like, yeah, say nothing. And then after I made those vids, I come to school, I'm like, oh, you're the guy from TikTok. And I was like, come. But the thing is, yeah, I was seeing followers, yeah, I'm thinking that was equating to some sort of what monetary value.
Monetary value.
Yeah, and I was like, nah, fam. And then when they got to like year three, obviously you have to knuckle down and focus on the A levels. But I
Definitely.
feel like, bro, because that app was still on my phone. Them times it was like even March, that app was still on my phone, bro. Because I was just like trying to like
Nah,
grow up.
I hear it.
But no, but we
Yeah, go
talk.
on.
There was one point where I was like, no, man, I'm making vids, but it ain't going nowhere. So I'll be so real. It was really time for me to just like abandon ship and just leave this. You get it? And
Bro, that exponential growth has started now. So and the way I think of it, the exponential chart where it starts from like literally nothing, but longest had nothing, and it just shoots up. You're literally there. You're starting to shoot up now, bro. If
right
imagine
now,
if you quit beforehand, you're insane.
bro, if it wasn't for like, it must have been around what March, April times where I was still making content, and I was like, bro, these were like year 12s that I didn't know, fam. It was like I
Yeah,
see
yeah.
them for a P, and I because I'm an awkward person in real life. Like normally
Yeah.
I'm an awkward person.
No, you're not, bro. We gelled straight away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Okay,
do that.
that if I'm used to you, then yeah.
Come.
Normally I'm kind of awkward. So I was like, wow. I was just outstanding, bro. Yeah, 12 just
Bro was bamboozled, bro. Bro was bamboozled. He was like,
I'm telling you. It was like, wow. So my face is now on people's phones, like, and I'm actually making people laugh. Why should I
yeah,
put it
yeah.
down? So then after A levels was done, that was out of the way. I could focus on thing. I started a podcast, I started a blog. I was like, why should I give up now, fam? I'm providing value. And it's this not been something from when I started TikTok. Like generally, people say that your mind's screwed on most better than other people outside. So you should do something for yourself. And then
1000%.
that's what basically made me decide not just to do the TikTok, but
Mhm.
write the blog, start the podcast, start YouTube again.
No, check out the blog, check out YouTube. This is serious stuff, bro. Like I genuinely mean this is serious stuff. If this is building the empire, like I said, we're looking just to take off. We want to spread the word. There's value to provide. So 1000%, bro. Just shout all of it out because we need more traction than ever for you, bro. Genuinely. And this leads me to my next point as well. Because when it comes to me, so you started this stuff in year 13, right? I started this after sitting my last A-level exam. That's when we're like, cool, let's make the medic circle. Cool, let's start providing some value on TikTok. Let's become a creator. It'll happen after exams. I wasn't ready to take the risk. Like I said, if I messed up, like I got my offer for Cambridge in January. If I messed up, I didn't meet my offer. I don't think I could ever live it down. I could never ever live that down. So everything just got put on zero. Like gym zero, anything social like that zero. There was no balancing act again. Like I said, I keep going back to this point. I don't do the balancing act. It's either all there or I'm not there at all. And I put all my attention to one thing, which is getting those A levels. After that, though, nearly all the attention just went to TikTok. So I did everything I could just to make sure we spread this word. Like, well, we make like good value. We provide good value, if that makes sense. We don't want something to be out there and I'm sort of not really proud of what I've put out there. Everything I wanted to do was going to be of a decent standard. Right? I wanted it to be at least the best of my ability. And that's when I saw you. And I thought, whoa, this guy's out here And this is why I have a question for you as well. How the hell did you gather the because obviously I got the confidence to do this whole thing based on what I saw from you. But how did you do it yourself? Because unless you had someone else out there who you looked at and you're like, yeah, well, this guy's doing it. He's doing his thing. He's doing really well. How did you end up doing it then? Because I looked at you, bro. If I'm being so honest, I looked at you and I was like, well, this guy's actually doing his thing. I see this guy posting TikToks and content that he wants to provide value with. It's his choice. Like he's comfortable doing this. He puts it out whenever he wants to. I want to be like that. So how did you do it?
I'm telling you, bro, if you saw me before you saw me in college, I'll be telling you would not expect me to be on TikTok just talking and saying nonsense. Like guy that was in secondary school, going to Lister Community School in Plasto, you would not see me doing this right now. But
I
then
heard it.
at that point in my life, I was that like, yeah, I'll go to college, yeah, I'll go to uni, yeah, I'll go work. But then there must be something else to life, like that I can't be just doing things and not that having an impact on the wider world. Do you get it? No, it
Yeah.
got to a point where it's like, let me just try something. If it doesn't work, then the 9 to 5 is a thing, innit? But I mean, it's getting to a point where now, like, if this takes off with the rest of the stuff, I can one, I'm providing value. One, I'm taking myself out of a place where I shouldn't be in. And three, I'm inspiring not just my family and my brothers and sisters, which is like the main reason why I do this is to inspire the youngers and the olders that there's not one way to make it. Like you
I
don't
heard it.
have to just work to 9 to 5. You don't have to.
It's not even academic validation, and as you tell them, bro, it's not all about the education thing,
It's
bro.
not. It's not just having going to get your A levels, your GCSEs, and all of
Oh,
that.
gee,
You get me? It's not about going to on a road and then trapping and then or doing F. Like you could make it in 1,000 different ways. Do you get it? Like
definitely.
just have your confidence and your character, and you can do your thing. And that's basically what made me do it. That there was no other like defining reason for me to do this other than that.
No,
So no,
that's crazy, bro. Because I have a younger sister as well, but it's like, um, to be fair, I was probably the one who was like, I think older siblings are like that. We're the ones that are less outgoing, to begin with. I think now, if anyone speaks to me, they'll know, no, I'm a straight up extrovert as it is now. But that's only because things like posting content, becoming a creator out there, it just opens so many more doors for you. Like so many more doors for you. Networking is probably the most invaluable thing that there is, honestly, right now. Me and you, obviously, we know each other before we started on TikTok, but I'm sure you now know creators out there you take inspiration from. People that you've sort of helped out that have direct conversations with you. They can ask you for help. You can ask for their feedback. You're just in a circle of just positivity. And I think when you separate yourself from that to like the people who are trying to make it out, I can't even throw shade at them as well, though, to be fair. Like all the F stars out there, like bro, they're doing their thing. Like it is what it is, I guess.
it is what it is. That like I'm not trying to force shade, but you get
Yeah.
me. I'm just trying to make it out with without having a stress over my head that one day you get me. My success isn't deserved. You get it?
One thousand
I
percent.
worked hard for this. You get
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah.
The fruits. I deserve the fruits that grew
Of
from
your
my.
labor, of your labor, of your labor, of your
Yeah,
labor. 1,000%. I think this is even better. And this podcast could even be something we look back on. Let's say a year from now, we'll make this exact same podcast a year from now. We will do loads of stuff in the meantime, but this type of podcast a year from now, I will look back on this because this year, 2023, what have you got? So what have you got in store for them, Najee, bro? Tell them.
so I've
But
been.
don't talk too much as well. We don't want to tell them everything, but tell them what's glistening over the horizon, sort of thing, man.
I can't lie to you, bro. I'm looking now. I'm telling you, 2023 might be actually mad. So right now, obviously, I've been for a while. I've been working on, you hear me, the merch. You hear me?
Yeah,
I haven't set down on like what actually the merch consists of, but I know I've got a design. I know who the audience that's going to, and hopefully, like probably 2023 somewhere, maybe by what spring or summer, depending on how everything goes. That should be out.
yeah.
Also, depending on whether I get time, but there might be a book coming out. You know what I mean?
Oh my days. Oh book. Oh book, you know.
Yeah.
Bro, this is what I'm saying. Look, a book is crazy, first of all. A book is crazy. Because I feel like now that I'm at uni, I've seen a couple of people at uni trying to create their own books. That's all cool. But their stuff is a lot more like, I know, to be fair, I know a kid at uni who's trying to make a book on dinosaurs. Like trying to make a dinosaur catalog, bro. I got like, yeah, I've said it all though too. I was gonna say they're all academic books, but they're not. They're not. Um, I've seen a couple of people do that. But your one, because let me guess, it's gonna be one about the entire journey, right? It's gonna be
Intelligent.
I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. On that note, then, actually, wait for next year is calm. We'll discuss that. But in terms of what we've learned so far, I think if you let the people know some of the biggest mistakes we've made, if someone wants to be a creator out there, bro, wasn't that what advice would you give them? Because you're the guy who inspired me, man. So you let them know.
I think the biggest mistake you could have is basically relying on others to provide your growth for you. Like I
Oh
see,
shoot, that
yes,
that one was serious, bro.
I'll say that now. I ain't trying to throw shade at nobody. You get me? Everyone, you get me?
They're
But
doing their thing, bro. They're doing their
they're
thing.
doing
Yeah.
their thing. But like you say, oh, shout my thing out. Knowing it provides value.
Eesh.
You get me? But most people ain't gonna shout out, and they're only gonna shout out once they see some sort of traction. You get
Oh,
it?
definitely. There's way more bandwagons than there are for people for the jump. For me, I can't lie to you. I don't see it as much because we had a lovely circle growing up. I know a lot of people from our sixth form that were really, really supportive. But no, word to what you're saying, bro. Because you've had experience with that, no?
Yeah. I mean, the sixth form, the environment, bro. I'm telling you, everyone there they support my team. This
One
that
thousand percent.
outside, but you know how it is. Once you gel with people that are similar than you, the people that are similar with you, they're gonna shout your thing. The people that aren't with your thing, they ain't gonna shout it. But it's more you have to do the work for yourself to get yourself out there, and then the traction will follow, if that makes sense.
1000%. I think That's a that's a good way to think about it in terms of goal setting as well. Your goal should never be relying on other people or what you wish other people do for you. So like in the same way, we should never set our goals. I say this quite a bit now. To you other guys at TMC, our goal should not be we need to have this many followers on our TikTok, we need to have this many followers on our Instagram, something like that. That's not in our control. But that's going to be directly proportional to the value we put out there. The value that we put out there is in our control. So
Mhm.
why should I worry about how much money is in my bank account, how many followers I have on the net, how many signups I have to my most recent listing, whatever it might be. That's not in my power. My power is what I put out there. So if I can put that as a goal, bro, that would make a lot more sense. But like you said, how many people shout out my stuff is not in my power. Neither are me and you gonna sit there and be like, oh, please shout out my stuff. Oh, please do this, please. We're not. There's no point of doing it
There's no point in
because
doing.
the truth of the matter is the people who this stuff resonates with, and that's another thing as well. Your stuff's not going to resonate with everybody. I think that's something that I learned as well. Is not everybody is your target audience. There's going to be maybe it's just a very select few people. Mine is probably a very niche sort of audience. But it's like if you are part of that audience, then honestly, I try to give you everything that I wish I knew when I was in your position. So if you can focus on what the values that you're putting out there, instead of the outcome that you'll get, because that's not in your power. The input that you give is completely in your power. If you focus on that more, I think that'll get you a lot further in this whole creative space, or in life in general, don't you think?
Life in general, yeah, it's all about what you put out, and then once people see that you're putting out value, they'll follow you. But
1000%.
expecting people to follow you without doing anything kind of seems a bit naive.
It is.
But there's gonna be people that know your value but won't shout out until you're out there and then ask for favors and that.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I'm not even gonna sit here and be like, oh no, those guys are just
You get me? But the
those
thing is,
those
yeah,
guys
you
are the
can't complain
no.
about it because you've seen it. It's just life. You get
This
me?
is what I'm saying. Look, at the end of the day, I can sit and complain about them all day, but I have no reason to. At the end of the day, they're not going to affect what I'm doing. They're not directly inhibiting my growth by any means.
Oh,
And look, if I can sit here and say, oh, that's the if I sit here and say, X person is the reason why I didn't gain 50 million followers last month. Well,
Mhm.
that's a bunch of cap because there are a million things that were in your control that you didn't do to gain 50 million followers, and you're gonna blame it on a single individual. That's why I don't care enough. I genuinely just don't care enough. If it's in my power, Naji, I'm gonna do everything I can to get it if it's in my power. Otherwise, I just don't I don't bother with it.
I'm saying that, but I'll check my Spotify raps, for example, for this
Cool.
podcast.
Shout out the Spotify raps, by the way. Shout out the post, shout out the podcast,
Spotify
shout out
rap.
all of that, bro.
That's when I realized, yeah, I, I haven't got big numbers and I'm gone, bro. I'm telling you, there's brothers in Brazil watching my podcast.
Oh, crazy. Oh, crazy.
Brazil, United States, 4 countries. I'm pretty sure one, the United Kingdom, USA, Brazil. I don't know what the other one was. They didn't show it, but they said there was 4 countries watching my podcast, and I was like, "Fuck, yeah, bro."
4 countries, bro, is insane.
4 countries. It's bro. It's in terms of that numbers, that's not huge, but in terms of that, bro, Brazil people, fam,
Yeah,
they've
yeah,
never
yeah,
seen
yeah.
me in my entire life, but them, bro, they're tuning in, and I was like, yeah, I can't stop now. You get me? I
Can't
can't let
stop, won't stop, bro. Can't stop, won't stop. That's
I
what it
can't
is.
let people that I can't let people slow me down. It's just up to me to be my thing.
Mm.
And
I can't, like, seeing yours from like an outside. I know you're in your empire, like you're building it from the inside. Like you always see from a guy looking from the outside, building mine next to yours in conjunction with yours. Can I just say, bro? Can I just say that you're on the verge of it. You see that whole steady say that I said. So basically, this is what the exponential graph looks like. It's like you'll get no traction for the longest time, no traction, and it'll just shoot. You're there. You're sitting. You're beginning to shoot right now. So if any of that stuff inhibited you before, oh my god, you wouldn't make it here right now. Because if you stopped based on any of those factors, it'd be game over.
brother,
It'd be completely game over.
the start of October, I was on if I mean 3,000 followers. In about the sense in the space of 2 months, I've
You're
gained.
about to double it, bro. You're about to double
I'm
it.
about to double it, bro. Right now I'm on 5,500. The
That's
start of the week
crazy.
I was on 5,000, bro. I don't the numbers don't make sense. I'm
I
saying
heard it.
that exponential curve is an
It's a
actually
thing. It is a thing. It is a thing. It is a thing, bro. That's crazy. I went to record my progress at one point. That's another thing. Consistency for me is another issue. Just the whole but obviously I told everyone that I pick one side or the other, but there's things in my life that the priorities in my life that I have to balance. Things like family, my education, this whole creator space. They're the most three important things. So everything else gets shut off. That's where I pick one or the other. I picked all these things with everything else. But these three things, I can't just have just this one day, just this one day, just this one day. I can't have a whole day just for TikTok and just ignore the rest of my family, ignore the rest of my education. It doesn't work like that. So the balancing act like that, bro, is something I need to learn because I know you're out there and you post content like regular. I can't pull myself to do it a lot of the time. Is another thing. So consistency is huge in this space, no?
yeah, it is like, but to be honest, yeah, it's consistency, but also posting the right stuff. Like I feel like because my TikTok is based on this random BS where
It's entertainment, bro.
it's
You're for
entertainment.
entertainment.
I've kind of taken not the Andrew Tate approach, but the thing is, I'm trying to just be wild with my thing. And when I
Yeah,
get the influence, I can use it from you get me to provide my value to you get me.
I heard it.
I'll say like some of my videos don't get any views at all, and then the most random BS will be
Bro, some of them are insane, bro. You know the ones I think the most recent one I saw shoot, yeah, is in the night garden, bro. I had to hit the fattest repost on that one, bro, because Iggle Piggle was doing his thing on that one, bro. I can't even lie to you. That one right there. Did you know what I'm saying? Certain things resonate with people. It won't resonate with everyone, yeah. But when it resonates, bro, it hits. I tell you, it hits.
I'm telling you, oh man,
Oh shit,
I
man.
can't lie, little technical issues. You get me? But
No, man. But what we're talking about, that TikTok of yours. Like I said, look, it's not gonna resonate with everyone. So if you're starting up in the space, it's definitely not gonna hit with everyone. But the whole point of it is that you establish your audience very, very early on. If you can do that and establish the sort of consumers that you're looking for. I say consumers sounds really harsh. Just the audience that you want to reach, basically, the type of people that you're trying to put value out there for. If you identify, the earlier you identify that, the easier it will be for you.
Hmm. Like know your audience, look like the tools that the apps have, like the analytics, look at the analytics, see where you're reaching, you get me? Because
Mhm.
this kind of thing, I know it's like people just post randomly, but the big people, they know what they're doing. They're posting that I know this is gonna go to this audience. I want to get this many likes. You get me? Like the businesses work on that. That
I think, yeah. I think on top of that, it's not the same for. I know we've been talking for TikTok for a while. This is how we both sort of started up. This is how we're still running, to be fair. But I think the transition now from that to a different platform. I think we spoke about YouTube before, right, Nudge? And we thought if we start shifting our audience over from TikTok maybe to YouTube, or if you want, create a different audience on YouTube, because obviously there's different aspects that you can speak about in life. I know yours is a lot more generalized, so if anything, you'll be completely fine. But if I was to switch, I wouldn't want to just keep promoting the same that niche to that niche audience again. I'd now generalize it to like my entire life. My whole life is not just medicine. Um, as much as my TikTok might show, my whole life isn't just medicine. Surprisingly. Um, there's just so much out there that we can sort of provide value on. It's like obviously there's so much that we don't know at all. But like as we learn, if we could sort of relay that back to our audience as we're learning, that would help accelerate their growth like 2x speed or 10x speed. Because if I had someone that's where I want to be, so maybe there's a kid there applying to medicine who's seen me in medical school. I'm not the greatest example of the best medical student, but I know the medical application process well enough to help people get in. And if someone was to see me in that position, and I had someone like that who could tell me everything I need to do at this stage, I'm worried about this. Can I get some help with this? I think that would help people a lot more. So if you build an audience of just thinking about your younger self, if I make videos for a younger Aaren, they would work way better than me just trying to post out there for an audience I know nothing about. I now make videos for my younger self, something that I would have found value in, because we established earlier on this episode, in this podcast, sorry, that me and you are not too different. In the same way, me and the other people in my position, we're not too different either. Like as much as we all talk about, oh, we're all so unique, we're not that unique. We all go through the same stuff. We have similar trials and tribulations, and the main message is, if I can get to my audience through speaking to my younger self, then so be it. That's the easiest way for me to provide value. What would I like to hear at a younger age? That's what I'm going to provide value for now.
it's all about being relatable. Like trying to make yourself different. I mean, everyone's unique in their own way. That's a given. But more time, everyone has shared struggles. So
Yeah.
you conveying those shared struggles, how to go through them, how you experience them, all like brings people to you. Do you get it? Like I don't get the obsession with trying to be different to everybody else. Because
It's people will force it, and I know what you're trying to say.
yeah, people try to force it when we're all similar, we're all human beings, we all go through the same thing. So you get me? We should just help each other out.
Definitely. Um, yeah, I think that goes back to, if we are going to provide that value, then we do it purely to go and help people out. We get them from where we were at one point to where they want to be, and the earlier you establish that, the better. But yeah, in terms of YouTube, I think it's a different ball game we're playing though. I'll be so honest with you. It's a different ball game. It's not the same as Tinder.
It's not the same thing because with TikTok, I can just dash something 15 seconds.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you get me? The minimal editing needed. Yeah. Like with YouTube, you're seeing what? 10 million vids.
Oh, at the beginning, I'll be real. TikTok has always been the value will get you the output. YouTube is not like that. It's not the value at all. Because YouTube, you have to physically click on videos. So you have to already try and show your video to look like way more value than it might already be. Even if, let's say it's your first video, it's probably going to be a terrible video. It has to look like, in terms of the thumbnail, the title, the way you plug it. It has to look way higher value than it actually is in order for people to actually get to click it. TikTok, they have no choice about that. They scroll, they can keep scrolling, fine, but you get the video at the end of the day. You get the video without you having to do anything. It's not the same thing on YouTube, bro.
Like I thought, yeah, that my TikTok would then transfer to YouTube.
No.
As of now, if I just quickly check on my YouTube, and I've started since it's been like 6 months. Right now, I've got what 34 subscribers.
No, I think that
34.
was always with it's not the same thing as when you upload consistently. I
See,
think look, going into New Year, if we knew made a point of actually uploading, you know what? Let's do that. Then let's set this podcast as a milestone. Aaron Joe Howard, 0 subscribers. Let me make a YouTube channel then. 0 subscribers. And what we do is just focus on value. Value aside is 50%, but another 50% is everything to do with a thumbnail, to do with a title, to the way the video looks. Because I
yeah,
know TikTok is not the same thing. So if we have this podcast right now to set a milestone for us as creators, our current stats, I think I just have like 4,000 and let me just check now. 4,004 followers exactly on TikTok. 4,004.
you're gonna pass me in a sec.
No. 4,004. 0 on YouTube. And what we're gonna do is just provide value non-stop. That
Non-stop.
also includes though, you know, I was thinking about the other day. I will run out of value. Like me, if someone got me right now and I learn nothing for the next, I don't know, set period of time, I learn nothing. I'm going to run out of value. I have a finite amount of knowledge, I know. Our goal now is to educate ourselves as we go as well to keep providing that value. So it's like people say, "Oh, I'll run out of ideas for YouTube." Yes, because you have the same mindset as when you started your 20 videos. After 20 videos, yeah, you'll probably be rinsed out of ideas.
Yeah.
Now start educating yourself. So try something new. Get a new experience, whatever it might be that you can relay and back. Like exactly as you said, bro. Make it relatable. Something relatable that you've done, that you've learned from. Now, if you put that out there, that's new content already. That's new value you can provide already. That makes the game so much easier. The game's not easy, by the way, but it makes it easier. Tell him the game's not easy, Dasho. Tell him it's not easy.
Bro, it's easy. This social media thing, people think it's just posting it and then that's
Oh, Lord.
and you're making money, bro. This serious graph.
Forget the money we're not even talk about because let's be real, me and you don't make money off our social media don't pay us, bro. If we get paid one day, it's for something we do outside of not social media. Social media won't pay is not paying you, bro. If we just think about the times when you post, yeah, and obviously we've had good videos we do in the past where we know okay that video's done well. The ones that don't do well, oh my god. Oh my god, the feeling that leaves you, bro, is insane. And the thing is, I try and get it so it doesn't affect me, but like it's not happening, does it?
Like generally, yeah, I don't like to toot my own horn, but some of the stuff that I upload on TikTok, yeah, that gets traction, I find I'm
It'll
like,
bang, it'll bang.
I'm like, bro, and it's one, I didn't expect it to bang, and two, like, it's not. It's not even funny too, and like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how it works. But that stuff, I'll be actually speaking, and I know, yeah,
yeah.
take the piss. I'm trying to make, but sometimes I even make myself laugh. But like, I don't get like some of the stuff that I see outwards is crazy. It's mad. Those videos where I'm actually trying to make people laugh, yeah, will get like what, like maximum a K. Max. I'm like, what the fuck going on, bro?
No,
Game's a game. Like, for example,
I
the video right now that's popping on my thing, yeah, is something about what 2014 music, something about like, you know, the DJ Mustard and that type of nonsense.
oh, when he reused the same beat, when he used the same beat.
I'm telling you, for a week, yeah, that one banging nothing. Yesterday, yeah, I checked at what 7 o'clock, yeah, because I was doing some uni work. It was on 20K.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I jump back on TikTok. It's on 290K. I'm like, where did that come from? Where I wake up today, I check the same video. It's on 800K.
Wow. Oh man. Oh man. DJ Mustard, you know.
DJ Mustard is giving me vids, bro, and I didn't even listen to his tunes, bro.
Oh, chill. TJ Mustard came pluggy, bro. TJ Mustard. Do you know what I mean? It's the most random stuff. It's just outrageous. It's just outrageous. Oh, I'll tell you one. I don't have the videos that blew up like the way you're talking blew up. But apart from that results day video, the another one that did okay was this one, yeah. And bro, I don't know, it was the weirdest feeling ever. People from my uni had seen me because of this video. Because you know how I was sixth from we went to Brampton Manor. So there's a lot of clout on that name, a lot of clout on my name.
Oh,
I promise you, I was really innocent. I didn't know there was clout in the name. I only said it because okay, I knew the people were getting kind of vexed out of school, but I didn't know it was clout to the level it is clout. I knew that people were arguing about it, so I just wanted to set the record straight. There was a video I made, I don't know if you remember it, where it's
oh,
like how so many of us got the A stars.
that one, yeah, I remember that one.
That one, yeah, I'm thinking, yo, it's nothing to do with medicine. It's nothing to do with my usual content. I'm just trying to. This is the video I made just after the results day one as well. It's the next video I made, and it was like, how did so many of us get the A stars, and just igniting just so argue. I mean, there were so many people in the comments that were just at my throat, bro, thinking, "Oh yeah, but you guys kick out people from your sixth form. Oh, your school, your sixth form is really selective. I got kicked out of your sixth form because I didn't get good grades. You're only taking people with amazing GCSEs to begin with, bro. There was enough people fighting. Yes, it made my video blow up, fine, but it's more. It was so unexpected, just because it raised a lot of controversy, just because it ignited some of fire. That's how I knew what will bang on TikTok. Like, if I want to make a video bang, then I make something really controversial. If you want to provide pure value, then you'll stumble across it by accident. So that's another thing you have to look out for, right?
But that TikTok is controversy. Like you're seeing,
1000%.
I'm seeing now vids of beef. That is just mad. That's what I'm saying that like in terms of me, my social media usage, I've changed from even like the start of this academic year, or even for like 2022, my TikTok usage and social media usage has changed to the point where like certain meme pages, certain pages like the Shade Bar, for example, I've even removed because like
Yeah.
I don't need that in my life, but I know that controversy sells. Like I made
It's
a
gonna
video
bang, yeah.
on a tier list for every single continent, bro. I'm the African one got the
Oh, I remember this. I remember this. I remember this. I remember this.
900K.
I remember this. And the thing is, I knew some of those with those videos, I knew you put some of them lower on purpose to make the people beef.
Broski, you know my thing already, man. I don't even need to explain too much.
I knew what you were
I
doing.
know the
I
person,
knew what you were doing. The Asian one was so booky. Yeah, I was like, this guy can't be serious. This guy,
bro.
I know he's not serious.
I knew, yeah. I put certain flags like that. I know I'm gonna hold smoke, but I'm like, but I'm holding any smoke, bro. I need the numbers to go up.
For the million views, bro. For the million views. That's what it is.
But I was getting before I was getting 1K, and now I'm seeing 300, 400K. But I take that.
No, I'm pretty sure. I think it was the African or the Caribbean. I think it was the African one. That one hit a mil. I'm pretty sure it was like
It did
on
hit,
nine
bro.
nine.
It hit that close to 900K.
Yeah, yeah, 900K-ish, bro. It was
Then I was like,
insane.
it got too much smoke. I was like, people, bro, there was one time because I put Liberia in the nobody knows section in it. One
Yeah,
person even made a video. Like they did a what's it called? What's it? It's a duet, right? He
yeah,
made a
yeah.
duet saying, I don't know why you put this country on there, bro. It was literally beef, bro. It was about to be beef. I was like, fuck, I need to
The, du-
private this one time.
the duets are crazy, bro. The
Crazy.
duets when you know someone's bro, it must have affected someone so much. They got so vexed. They decided to pick up their camera, click your video, I click reply, bro. I click reply with the duet.
Yeah, let me private this video one time. I came here to get the views, but I didn't come here for beef, bro.
No, people watching comment. No, at that point you have to understand that you pick what you want to do. Like if you want to blow, but if you want to blow just for the sake of blowing, that's fine. Like there's a million ways to do it. Don't follow me and Naj. Naj blows anyways. Actually, follow Naj. Don't follow me. I'm not here to just make a viral video. But that also might as well. If you want followers, yeah, based on just loads of based on virality, like guys who are just there for entertainment channels, it works perfectly. Um, like I said, my audience is way too niche for me to be doing that. I can't just have random guys jumping on because when it goes back to the point on my channel, the point on my content, it won't resonate again. I need it to just resonate with. It will be a small group of people, but at least for those people, they'll have a very high amount of value, if that makes sense. And that's like the number one thing I think people should take away from this podcast is if you're going to provide value, then provide it in the most effective way possible, however that might be. But if one of those ways is finding your target audience straight away, making videos for your younger self, making sure the videos you put out there are to the best of your knowledge, stuff that you can put out there in a way that's high quality as well, then do that. That's probably the best way to start up in the creative space and one of the most efficient ways to grow your own presence or your own social media presence.
Rather have like 5 fans that support and grind like your grind than 1,000 fans that don't care. You
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that's
1000%,
that's what I'm
bro.
saying. Business has to be strategic, bro. Like in the
Yeah,
way
yeah,
that I'm doing my thing, I'm sure you're doing your thing as well. Is like building the foundation so that when you start leveling up, like me
yeah,
when
yeah,
I'm doing my book and my thing, I know that people are gonna buy it. You get it? Because
yeah.
I know I got
People
an
will be there
audience.
for you.
Like
I heard that, bro. To the point where no matter what you put out there, you have not no matter what you put out there, but with regards to your own value, your own content, something that's authentic to you, it's gonna relate to it's gonna resonate with those people. Those people will appreciate it, and that, like I said, is the best fit over any cash check, bro. Over anything. When those people, the ones who are actually there, who have followed you for a minute, who have got value from your content, when they tell you that about the value, their results and everything, it is the most insane feeling ever, bro. Ever.
oh wow. Like I've got messages that where I'm just like, bro, I don't even need to see anything else. That's all I need to see from social media. I'm good. Where I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
bro, you're inspiring. You're like this, you're like that. I'm like, bro, that's better for me than any other check or whatever anyone can give me. That it's just making people smile, making people happy, making that people you know
Oh,
that people have that
nah, yeah.
benefited from your stuff is mad.
We're getting all sentimental, bro. We're getting all sentimental.
It's that
It's a
time.
bit.
It's December 2022, but it's time to reflect.
Oh, gee, bro. We're coming to the end of the year now. But no, just wait till what we have in store, bro.
Bro,
Just wait for what we
I,
have.
I
Like
talked
it's
about what I've had in store, but what do you and the other man them have in store, bro? The middle circle, the growth circle, actually. What did they have in store?
the Medit circle, the growth circle. We're looking just to reach more people, man. We know we have value to provide as it is. Well, we've created a team where one of us we have an Oxford medic. I do the whole we have two Oxbridge medics basically, and now we're gonna come here and we're just gonna tell them everything that we wish we knew in their position. Like I've been saying in this podcast, it's like fine, I've been telling you guys to do it, but this is actually how I physically try and do it. It's through stuff like this, stuff where I know I can provide value in the whole application process. So we're just gonna try and level up like that. I think a massive part of that isn't even just the content. The content will be the same. Like we have very fixed methods in order to get in. It's worked for us. It's worked for a lot of other people now as well. Thank God. But it's more about the actual marketing to get out there. Well,
Mhm.
I'm fed up of seeing like these other companies. Well, the med space I can talk about it for a hot minute because there's companies out there who will try and rinse you for money. Rinse you. I'm talking crash courses, bro, for four figures. Four figures on a crash course to sit there for a couple hours is insanity to me. I didn't pay for, bro. I'm sure you applied to engineering. Did you pay for four figures to sit any crash courses?
I
Because I
got
definitely didn't, bro.
no, bro.
Well,
No.
it's extremely unnecessary. So resources fine. We try to put them out there for number one, the most affordable way possible because we don't want no one to even busting their back for a resource that should just be available. But it's all the shortcuts that we've made as well. Like there was a lot of trials and tribulations that we put that all in a way where kids can come along now and just have a nice smooth process to applying to medicine. They know exactly how to revise. They know exactly when to revise for things. They know exactly how to prepare. The key skills, the key strategies that they need going into interviews, in order into admissions tests, into UCATs, BMAS, whatever it might be. If they have that in, they're going to be the most equipped year group yet. We're going
Mhm.
to make the number one the actual application cycle even easier for those individuals, but also maybe make it filter out between the individuals who are serious about this sort of career and the people who are just there because they've been forced along to do it.
Exactly, because
There's not enough of that. But that's TMC within the next year. Um, Me personally, like I said, YouTube, I've been putting it off for way too long. Way too long. It's
need
just
to start now.
I know. Maybe the video gets recorded today. Maybe. Oh no, but maybe. Um, I think I want to change the audience as well. I don't know. I don't think I want to go for strictly medicine content on YouTube. I don't think that's like something I could do for that long as well. Like 15 minutes video just talking about medicine. It just gets tired, it gets repetitive, bro. So I'm thinking just a bit more generalized stuff like just general value as well. Like self-improvement is a massive thing that has taken up a big part of my life. I've been taking cold showers, bro, for like 7, 8 months. I don't know what's happened, but honestly, little things like that. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot of stuff that I've tried out. Um, results that I can obviously show. If that makes sense. Failures that I can show straight away. That's a big thing as well. Definitely not all positives on my end. I failed at a lot of things when it comes to self-improvement. So showcasing that, showcasing what worked. That's what I want to put on my YouTube channel. So that's probably what we're gonna start up then, bro. That's what it is.
Yeah, man. That,
Um,
same here, bro. I'll be so 2023. Other than the stuff that I've already mentioned,
yeah.
other stuff that I don't
Big
know.
YouTubers and Najim Muad'Dib and Aaron Joel.
Bro. Whew, I don't know.
Bro, big YouTubers, you know. I can't lie, it is going to be I know it's gonna be the slowest journey of our lives though. I can't lie to you. It's going to be too
It's
slow.
slow, but the slow things are worth it. You get it?
1,000. It always is, but there's nothing that and when I say slow, I mean like there's gonna be a hot period. Like I'm talking maybe even a year where you get nothing, bro. Like obviously this is after consistently uploading. Like you consistently upload, put everything into it, and you'll get nothing.
The
But when
thing,
it builds, bro, when it builds, isn't it?
you don't remember. I'm
Yeah,
telling
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it is. But self-improvement as a whole, it's gonna be a lot better. I think that there's loads of habits that we need to start incorporating. It's gonna help not even just creating content and making my content better, but it's gonna help me manage medicine. I think that whole balancing act, it's now about time where I start perfecting it in terms of like for my priorities. It's
you.
it's time where during my actual term at uni, I can sort of balance medicine. I can balance being a creator. I can also have somewhat of a social life. That's what
Because
I'm saying.
you're getting to the age now where even ready or not, you got to balance it, bro. It's
One
got
thousand percent, man.
can't just shy away from it. It's gonna be a time where you got get me
Yeah,
ha-
yeah, yeah.
juggling that in place. But in 2023, self improvement is gonna be key. I'm gonna therefore venture into stuff that I need to venture in more. Like
Mhm.
that, like you've seen it, I've been writing music and poems for a long minute now, fam.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
I've on, I've only just posted one, but I'm thinking of doing more as well. But not the nonsense that you see nowadays that we listen to, but more stuff something that actually inspires people. You get me? Like
Definitely.
like the TZP speech that I put out. Like I don't know why I just like promoting my shit, but yeah, me just the TZP speech, like poems and stuff like that. Little stuff that benefits people's lives, you get me? Because it's just I know people are bounded by negativity, but it's good to be positive, you get me?
No, 1,000%. I think maybe if we just change the way we should put content out there as well. So like I know on TikTok, um, I've seen people edit their TikToks. This is another little minor thing that I've seen, but I know it makes a massive difference. The way which people edit it, the sort of background images they have when they speak, the way they sort of cut text, display text, it's all an art. Like so there's that's what I'm saying. The game is not easy at all.
Mhm.
The game is not easy at all. But I think it's one thing I want to clarify. It's not easy, but it's simple.
It's
It,
simple.
it, it's it's crazy hard, but in order to actually do it, the actual process, the little steps of doing it is simple. You provide value, in other words. That is the simplest way for me to put the simple job is to provide value, in other words.
Yeah,
It doesn't get much more difficult than that, bro.
yeah.
Just stay consistent and keep providing value, and you'll make it.
But like I'm gonna shout my man out. I'm saying that I've clocked it from earlier. I've had a couple conversations with my man. But Spencer's clocked the game. I'm telling you. Spencer, he's
Oh, yeah, 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 1,000%.
clocked it, bro. Like from the captions that he puts, he's now making YouTube videos consistently. Like,
No, definitely. Again, I was gonna say, Spencer is another. He wasn't really on my type of videos. I know Spencer is in a different niche. Like he's established his target audience as well. He's a different niche, so his stuff didn't resonate as much with him. But obviously, I meet him every day. He goes to my uni, so we have conversations about creation as well. And seeing him grow in his space is amazing, bro. Is amazing.
you
It's
took
amazing.
10K the other time. I was like, bro, keep on doing your thing. But like I'm telling you, bro, the game is easy, but the foundations are hard to make, bro. But once
Yeah,
you
yeah,
reach
yeah.
that point where you get me, you made that foundation and you're consistent, which is what we need to do next year.
Which is why, Nudge, now we've come to the end of 2022. Our foundations are basically laid out already. Like most of our foundations are there. Now, this year, it's about constructing the next layer of this empire, bro.
Hundred
That's what
percent.
it is.
You said build an empire, we're building it right now, my brother.
You have that screenshot, bro. You have it. So
I have,
hold
I
me
was,
accountable for that one, bro, because it's actually going to
I'm
happen.
actually gonna hold you accountable 100.
1000%, bro. Otherwise, look, it's been a pleasure as always, my boy, because this Empire journey, like I said, we're gonna keep making these, we're gonna keep making content on our own channels. But this whole process is one that we're in here for the long run. We wanna, I think we said it a million times now, but providing value is one thing, but it's like we're here to build an empire that's gonna last, an empire that's actually gonna make a difference, something that people will send me those DMs and be like, "Wow, bro, you've really helped me out in this part of my life." That is the number one goal, bro. That is the number one goal.
That's the one goal that we have. Obviously, we're coming to the end now, innit? But before we leave,
Yeah.
like any closing words, a little outro for the mandem and the girl them.
Um, I'm gonna leave him with this one, Nudge. I don't claim this one to be my own, but it's like no one knows this one, bro. They they told me grind while they sleep so you can live how they dream. That one had me. I can't even lie. That one had me.
So you're talking like wake up at 4 a.m. them times.
Bro,
and
I've done that for a week,
so,
Naj, bro, and I couldn't even feel my face on the sixth day. I can't lie to you. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bro, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Yeah, 12 for a hot week, not a hot week, as in a school week, 5 days. I woke up every day at 4 a.m. and I ran before school, bro. I don't know what happened to me. I don't know what happened to me, but I ran before school. 4 a.m. I used to wake up. But bro, like someone said, whatever it means, do it. Whatever by any means possible, bro. Just stay true to yourself, innit? Don't try to force it. Don't try to be someone you're not. Just stay true to yourself and yeah,
yeah,
start grinding, bro.
100%, bro. But I
Ah.
can't lie, we've been speaking for a hot minute. You get me? But next time I meet you, man, it's gonna be the whole of the man them there, and we're gonna sit down and speak.
1000%.
We got
We'll bring the rest of the growth circle on. We'll have Adam and Aziz come out. I will have another one of these, but we'll switch up a topic or something. Start telling you guys a bit more about just student life in general, bro. How are you able to balance everything? Like that balancing act is something we need to speak about as well on a separate basis. Social media is a good conversation to have. There's a million things we could speak about.
But yeah, I can't lie. I'm gonna have to close this up now. Yeah, I'm gonna
Cool. Just
close it.
wanna
Bro, it's been your boy NJ, aka TZP, aka Headliner, aka HPE. This is the Tanzania Prince podcast, season
Scar.
episode. I don't know what 5 probably now. Yeah,
Something
man,
like that.
that's it. We're done, bro.